Hi you guys, what is up? It is Zay and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time seeing my face or seeing my videos, hi, how are you? I'm so happy you clicked on this video. I hope you stick around and enjoy it, and if you do, don't be afraid to give me a big thumbs up down below at the end of the video to tell me you liked it. And don't be afraid to subscribe to join my family. Now for today's video, I'm going to be doing, obviously, a beauty video. If you guys want to see how I created this purple smoky halo eye look, keep on watching. Now, I am by no means a professional beauty guru. I am not certified. I am a freelance MUA, but I think I'm pretty good at what I do. I'm pretty good at what I do. Okay. I'm pretty good. So for today, I figured I'd just have a sit down, give you guys a little bit of story time of how my day went, maybe some story times of what happened in the past. And yeah, so let's hop right into it. Okay, now before you do your makeup, make sure you always start with a clean base, alright? So I use two different face scrubs. I use the Clean and Clear Morning Burst Hydrating Facial Cleanser and the Night Relaxing Deep Cleansing Face Wash. These are the bottles. I always use these before I put on makeup just because I want to have a clean base and you don't want to have pre-existing makeup or dirt, clogging your pores or anything. You want to make sure you start in, happy skin, happy makeup. I already did this step, so we're going to put that aside for now. And the next step that I do, I moisturize. I use two different moisturizers. I use the Dual Power Moisturizer from Equate Beauty. This has salicylic I use the Dual Power Moisturizer from Equate Beauty. It has It has salicylic acid and acne medication in it, just so you know, no acne. And then I also use the Superfruits Watermelon Hydrating Juicy Serum from Earth to Skin. We're gonna go in with our Dual Power Moisturizer. I do like 5 or 6 squirts of this, just because I have combo leaning dry skin. Now we're gonna go in with like 2 or 3 squirts of the Superfruits Watermelon Hydrating Juicy Serum. It's like more than enough. I usually put this on my beard and down my neck just to keep it hydrated because you wanna have your foundation going all the way down. You don't wanna be 2 different shades. Now that we're done moisturizing, I use the CoverGirl True Blend Base Business. It's a skin smoothing primer. It's a white one. Most of my stuff comes from like Target, CVS, Dollar Store, stuff like that. I'm not really into like big brands, mainly because I can't afford to always get big brands, but like at the end of the day, if it works for your skin, it works for your skin. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this, put it on here, here, and here. And I always put some down my nose and on my chin, or the excess on my chin, just because I wanna have a consistently good base to start with. Okay, now that our skin base is done, it's time to work on our actual makeup base. So we're gonna start off with foundation. I use the L'Oreal Paris Infallible up to 24-hour Fresh Wear Foundation. We're just gonna take a squirt or 2 of this on the back of my hand. I'm gonna grab my beauty blender that's already stained from how much makeup I do. We're just gonna put this on our face. Don't judge me for my mirror either. This is a cute little mirror. I got it at Walmart. We save coin out here. Okay, now that our foundation is all on, we're gonna go in with concealer. I use 2 different shades of concealer. These are both e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealers in the shades Deep Cinnamon and Medium Beige. I only use these 2 really because the Deep Cinnamon one, it really goes well with my skin tone because I have red undertones. So what we're gonna do with our concealer wands, as you can see, I need to buy more concealer. We're gonna take it and we're just going to put some right here and on the outside portion of our eye. Now, I know a lot of people put their concealer on like in triangles under their eyes, but I learned this trick off of TikTok actually, and this really helps lift your eyes more and make your high points a lot brighter than it usually would be. So yeah, that's why I kind of look weird when I put on my concealer. I'm gonna put some down at the nose. And since I have a beard and I can't really I have to reshape my face when I contour. It's kind of awkward. I'm gonna put some right above my beard line. Just a quick little line right there. Just to give my face some more brightness. The other side. And then I'm going to put a strip on my lip, right above, and on my chin, right there. Alright, and that's all for that shade. And now I'm going to take my medium beige, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one and put a strip down the middle of my forehead, because that's where I want it to really be brightened. And then I'm going to put like 2 dots around the other portion, so like right there. Alright, now we're just going to take our beauty blender and blend it out. Okay, so as you guys can already see from just me blending out this one side, the inner and outer portions of my eye already look really brightened. It looks like it's concentrated where it should be, and I don't get that weird line. Like, usually I get weird creases when I try to do it like the triangle method under my eye, but with this method, I don't get any weird creases. I just get a nice, smooth, even base. So now I'm going to blend up the rest. Okay guys, now that our concealer is all blended out, we're looking nice and highlighted. We're looking a little bit flat, but before we go into contour, we're going to go into powder. Oh god, I gotta sneeze again. I lied. I use the Morphe Bake and Set Translucent Powder in the shade Translucent Rich. It's more of a reddish powder. I like this one because it's made for people with red undertones like myself. And it really helps bring some color back into my face, even without me having to contour. So I'm just going to take this shade and I'm going to pack it here and all over my face where I put concealer. I am filming a YouTube video right now. I am 21 minutes in. Oh yeah, this isn't going to really be 20 minutes. It's going to, well, it might be a 20-minute video at the end, but right now it's probably, if I stop right now, it's probably going to be like 5 minutes. Alright, now that we are all set in place, we're going to contour. Now, I'm a weirdo. I don't actually have a contouring palette because you can use makeup products for anything, really. So I use eyeshadow to contour because no contour palettes have my right shade yet that I've seen or tried. So I'm going to reach into my Conspiracy palette and I'm going to place this in the hollows, like right above the hollows of my cheek. So straight line from the top of my ear down to the corner of my mouth. Okay, now that our face is all contoured, we're going to contour our nose. I have the Morphe X James Charles mini brush set, and inside I do have a mix of other different brushes that I use from other brands and, you know, cheaper brush sets because I'm not going to sit here and pay $100 for one brush. So I'm going to go in with my Morphe E62 brush. This is the angled nose contouring brush from the James Charles palette. And I'm just going to take more of that Diet Root Beer shade, and then I'm going to contour my nose. Come here. Oh, fine. Now, when I contour my nose, because I'm just going to talk straight out, I'm black. So, my nose is a little bit wider and thicker than most people's, and it's kind of harder to contour your nose when you have like a flattened, fat nose like myself. That's just the way it is. So what I usually do is I try to feel out where my nose bridge actually is. So like this is my actual nose bridge right here. So my nose bridge is here and here. So I'm gonna try to make that really skinny. So I'm gonna go on top of it. So I'm gonna start right here under my eyebrow and I'm just going to drag that shade down onto my nose. And it's going to create the illusion that I have a skinny nose. And as you can see, it's not too harsh. That's why I like using the shade once again. And then I'm just going to take that color, or the excess that's left on my brush, and I'm just going to drag it down the sides of my nose. And bam! We have a skinny nose bridge. Yes, ma'am. I can barely breathe. Okay, now that we're all contoured, we're going to bake. Now I'm going to use my Morphe Translucent Rich Powder once again. And I'm just going to tap some. Ooh. As you can see, I need more powder, low-key, maybe high-key. I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm going to pinch it and dip it into the powder. So so I can get some on there. And I usually start at my nose and then do my cheeks last. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press this against the side of my nose where the contour line stops. And I'm going to drag it under my eye. And I'm going to do that to the other side just so that I have a consistent bake. On our forehead, and of course, last but not least, we're going to do it right below the contour lines on our cheeks. Now, how I usually do it, because my face is asymmetrical, it's not even, I have to put this side, no, I think I have to put my right side a lot higher than my left side, just because my right side does drag down a little bit. So I put this side a little higher and this side a little lower just to make it kind of even out, if that makes any sense. I don't know. Alright, now that we are all contoured and we're baking, I'm gonna finish out my base before I move on to my eyebrows and eyes. I'm going to use my Milani blush in the shade Coral Cove number 5. I'm not gonna show it to you because, well, it's broken. Quick little story time. My sister came in my room and knocked over my makeup bag, and in my makeup bag was my blush. In my makeup bag was my blush, and my blush shattered that day, and I didn't know until a few days ago, and I'm so sad because I have to wait till I get paid to get a new blush. So yeah, we're doing great. Yeah, we're doing great. Sure. So I'm gonna take my blush shade and I'm just going to quickly pick some blush. That was a lot. Then we're just gonna apply it to the apples of our cheeks. And what I like to do is I like to just put a lot on the apple and then drag it into my contour, just because I want to have like a more natural-ish blushy look. Because the shade is pink. I don't use red blush. Oh god, I gotta sneeze. Moving on, we are going to do eyebrows. So for my eyebrows, I use the NYX Professional Eyebrow Powder Pencil. It's in the shade Espresso. As you can see, I use this every single day, and it's a nub. So yeah. And to brush up my eyebrow hairs, I'm going to use the Morphe M158 from the James Charles mini palette or mini brush set. I'm just gonna brush all my eyebrow hairs upwards before I do the underline, just so that I know where the true underline is, because my eyebrow hairs are really thick. That's a lie. They're not that thick. I just have long eyebrow hair. So I'm gonna take my eyebrow pencil and I'm just going to flick it upwards with this brush. So to start off my eyebrows, I usually start with the tail. So to start off my eyebrows, I usually start at the tail of my eyebrow and then go inward. And now that is one under eyebrow all done. And now what I do is I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to brush the front hairs of my eyebrow upwards. And then the rest of them I'm going to brush outwards and down in a sort of arching motion, just to kind of see where they all are supposed to lay. Then I'm going to take my pencil once again and I'm going to fill in the top brow, or do the outline at the top. Now, one mistake that I see commonly happen when people do their eyebrows is they go above where their eyebrow hairs are. You're supposed to start at where they're at. So like I started the root of my eyebrow hair, which is right here. And since, you know, I'm a man, I have naturally thick eyebrows, or thicker shaped eyebrows. So that is the shape of one of my eyebrows. Now I'm just going to quickly brush all the hairs into place and fill it in, using flicking motions to make hair-like strokes. Alright, now that our eyebrows all filled in, I'm going to take my eyebrow brush and I'm going to rub the front of my eyebrow, I guess you could say. I'm going to rub the front of it to spread the product evenly and give it a nice ombre effect, and then brush the hairs into place. Okay, that is one eyebrow all complete. I'm going to quickly do the other one off camera, and I'm going to shape them up using some concealer, and we'll get right into the eyes. Okay guys, I'm back. I just went ahead and concealed my eyebrows using my 2 concealers and filled them in and everything. They're looking nice and sharp and whatever. up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the rest of that medium base concealer that's on the rest of my hand that I used to conceal, and I'm going to use this to prime my eyelids. Now, I don't have a paint pot or eyelid primer or anything specific like that. I just use concealer because I feel like it's cost efficient and it's faster. It's easier, I guess, in my opinion. But you do have to get those type of products if you want to use certain eyeshadows and everything, just because they perform better. But in my experience, my concealer does everything fine. Okay, now that my eyes are all primed and everything, they have the concealer on there, I'm going to take an M441 brush and I'm going to dip into my mini James Charles X Morphe palette. I have the mini with the mirror. It's so cute. I'm going to take this eyeshadow palette and I'm going to set my eyelids using this shade right here. It's a little light. I don't remember the names of it. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like a tannish color. I'm just gonna use this to set my eyelids into place because we don't want our concealer dragging everywhere. Okay, now that our eyelids are all primed and they're set into place, today I'm going to be doing I feel like I'm gonna do a purple today. I was suggested purple by one of my friends earlier, so I'm gonna dip into my Bloodlust palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I'm gonna take my JS8 Morphe X Jeffree Star brush, and I'm going to dip into the shade. I'm gonna dip into the shade Vivid Mood right here. This like medium-ish purple, like it's a light purple shade. And I'm just gonna take this and blend it all over my lid. Now what I'm gonna do is, with this translucent shade, I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna blend it out and blend it up. So it's like a little swoop. Okay, now that we have that translucent shade all over our eyes, we're gonna take a JS5 brush. Mine is stained from using blue and purple. And we are going to dip into... We're gonna dip into High King. This it's like a deeper purplish. It looks like it has like red undertones. So it's like a reddish purple, I guess. And we're gonna dip into that one and we're going to put it in the outer and inner corner of our eyes. Just first packing that color in there. Okay, now that we have High King, the deep purple, in the inner and outer corners of our eyes, what we're gonna do is we're gonna deepen it up a little bit more by using the shade Blood Queen, this deep purple. Now we're gonna take this and we're gonna focus it only in the closest parts to our eyelid, just because we don't want to darken up the entire eye. We just want to give some more dimension to the halo eye. Okay, now that we have Blood Queen added and it's looking really deep and smoky, we're going to blend out the edges of this using Deviant. Using this light here purple shade right here, we're gonna take this and we're gonna blend out the edges of it. And this is just to buff out any excess color that we have on the lid and make everything look really cohesive. Okay, everything is all blended out and it's looking really cohesive, really cute, really purple. I'm loving the way it's coming out so far. Next step is to cut the halo crease. So I'm just gonna take some more of my beige concealer with my concealer brush, and I'm going to, first, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put a line right on my eyelash line, in the middle of my eye, just like that, and then I'm going to look up to get a mark for my creases. That's a little hack I found out a while ago, so if you don't know that, I just helped you out. And now I'm going to pull that concealer down in the middle of my eye. And I am going to spread it. Okay, now that we are all concealed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take... I don't know which shimmer I want to do. I think I want to do this pink shimmer in the middle, like pink and purple. I don't know. All these are so pretty. Alright, I know what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna take this pink shade called Wet Jewel right here. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna pack it on to my concealer. Now these glitters are really crazy pigmented, like they look wet. So I'm gonna take that shade, I'm gonna pack it onto my lid. Oh, you can barely see it, that's how shiny it is. Okay, now I'm going to take my JS9 brush and I'm going to dip back into Blood Queen, the deep purple, and I'm going to just blend this into the halo cut crease. Okay, now that we have blended it into our halo part of our eye, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, okay, I'm going to take this flathead brush and then I'm going to dip into the shade Vile Serpent, this like turquoise blue shade. It matches my hair kind of. I'm going to take that on the flat end of the brush, just like that, and I'm going to tuck this under my waterline. Now that we have the Vile Serpent placed on our waterline, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Scandal Water, this like light sky blue shade, and I'm going to use that on the same flat brush, and I'm going to blend it out a little bit. Alright, now that we have the Vile Serpent, I'll blend it out with Scandal Water. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my lash curler and my mascara. The mascara I use is the CoverGirl Supersize Fibers in the shade Very Black. And I'm just going to put some mascara on my eyes. The next step I'm going to do is take my e.l.f. eyeliner in the shade Charcoal. I'm going to take this and I'm going to do a little wing, not a little wing, a big wing. So I start from the lower part of my eye and I just go straight up with a line. She's gonna be a big wing. Oof. And now I'm just gonna take from the top corner and I'm gonna drag that straight down. And I'm going to pack this black eyeshadow onto my wing to set it into place and really make it dark. Because a lot of times what happens is when you do eyeliner is it will dry and it'll be like a shade or two lighter than what it really is. Okay, now that we have our wing on, she is big. I feel like a bigger wing will help me accentuate the lashes that I'm going to wear. I'm wearing the Morphe Premium Lashes in the style A Little Extra. I love these lashes because they're really wispy and they really make my eyes pop more. Like these are like one of the biggest pairs of lashes that I own, I think. And I'm going to use the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. And I'm just going to put a layer of that onto the band. Alright, so I'm just going to grab these lashes with my tweezers and let the glue set a little bit. You want it to be really tacky, you don't want it to be dry. We're just going to place these on. Alright guys, that is one eye all complete. I'm going to do the other eye quickly off camera and I'll be right back to finish up this look. Alright guys, we're back. I just finished up the other eye off camera. I'm honestly loving the way this is looking, especially with these lashes. They're so pretty and they accentuate the wings really well. So yeah. Alright, now we're going to give ourselves a quick spritz of our e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set Setting Spray. Ooh, Miss Mama, we are wet. Alright you guys, the next step of my beauty process is highlight. I use the Milani highlight in the shade 2 Strobe Light. It's a really nice gold. So we're going to take this on my e.l.f. highlighting brush and we're going to put this right on our cheekbones. Ooh. I didn't even put that much on, you can already see it. Yes. Alright, now that we applied it on the high points of our cheekbones, we're just going to apply some to the upper brow. Right here, the center of the forehead, our chin, right here, a little bit. And now I'm going to take a small little brush. I'm going to take the JS17 from the Morphe X Jeffree Star collection, and I'm going to use this to highlight my nose bridge, my inner corner, and my lower brow. So I'm just going to do a dot on the very tip of my nose, the very bulbous part. I'm going to do a single dot, and then we're going to do a straight line down my nose. And I'm not going to connect the two. It's kind of like an exclamation point. And now I'm just going to put some on my Cupid's bow. Okay, you guys, we are on the home stretch of this look. The last and final thing to do is lips. Now, what I usually do is I take my eyebrow pencil because it also doubles as a lip pencil, and I'll outline my lips. Alright, now that I have my lips all lined, I'm going to use a clear lip gloss. This is an unnamed lip gloss for the time being. Be sure to look out for new items coming to my website really soon, you know? Who knows what I have planned for you guys. Like, I think you guys should pay some close attention to the products I use, because who knows what's coming when. Alright, I'm just going to do one more quick spritz of my setting spray. Alright, you guys, that is it for this purple halo eye makeup look. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. If you did, don't be afraid to give me a big thumbs up down below. It really helps me out a lot and lets me know that you guys are enjoying my content. If you haven't already subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't be afraid to hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I upload a brand new video. If you guys would like to follow me on my social media accounts, they'll be listed right here, as well as on the end credit card and in the description down below. If you guys have any other makeup looks or video ideas you want to see me do, don't be afraid to comment them down below, or you can message them to me on TikTok. I think that's it for this video. I think that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Well, you want me to say that I'm caught in the days, that I'm stuck in autopilot, but ain't flying away. There's a lot I can say.